Hey everyone, Alex from cnc-o-rama here, and today we're going to talk about manual NC. So there's some really cool things you can do with manual NC, and let's go over those. So right here I have a pretty basic program. So I'm facing, I have a roughing, finishing pass going around it, spot drill, and then drill. So let's see, if I wanted to add a chip conveyor. So what I do is I come to here to under setup dropdown manual NC, and I'm going to do, where is that? Start chip transport. I'll say okay. Maybe I want this to be, I don't know, right above where the drilling starts. So if I post this, and I'm using the Haas Next Gen control post M31. So it added that M31 for me. If I didn't know that M31 was chip transport, or I wanted to let the operator know, so I can do another manual NC with a comment, and I can say chip auger, and I'll put that right in front of chip transport. Post this again. Now it says chip auger right before this. All right, so let's see. What if I wanted to do a mist condenser? They tend to not all use the same M code, so I'm using a Haas. The mist condenser is M158. So if I look through here, I'm not seeing anything that says mist condenser. If I was to guess, maybe clean might be that, but I've messed around with this to know that there is no mist condenser manual NC. So what I'm going to do is pass through. So pass through will just literally, whatever you type in here is what it's going to add to your program. So this is incredibly dangerous if you use it wrong, because it's going to literally just do whatever you say. So I feel confident that M158 is actually just turning on the mist condenser on this Haas. So I'll put that right under the chip transport, post-process. And now I have my M158 right after the chip auger starts. And if I want to be a little bit more thorough, on a pass-through, I could even put like a comment. And in this case, maybe I can do it right after, say, mist condenser. So again, it's just going to literally post out what I wrote in there. So if I mess up typing that, it's going to be a problem. Luckily, this is just a standard comment in parentheses. All right, so taking my pretty simple part, I've added chip transport and mist condenser, which turns on right before the last two operations here. So what if I want to do something even cooler? Okay, so here we are in the Fusion post library. So if you just do a Google search for Fusion post library, that's where you will come. You can sort by like type and vendor, or you can just search for what you want. Let me just type Haas here. And I just want the Haas Next Gen control, just a standard one. So rather than download this, all I'm going to do is click on the name of it. And here you can see these are the manual NC commands. So let's see. This one, cycle reversal, reverses the spindle in a drilling cycle. So any post, these are going to be your action commands. And for different machines, there's going to be different options here, but these are kind of like the Easter egg of your manual NC, where you can do really cool things that maybe your coworkers don't know about. Create another manual NC with an action. And let me see. I want to do cycle underscore reversal. And if I place this right before, let's do it right before the deep drilling, post-process. So what this does is this adds this code, and this is specific to Haas. But this E2000, that tells it between each hole it drills as it's retracting, reverse the spindle at 2000 RPMs. And that's going to hopefully spin the chips off the tool. All right, so another thing I run into a lot is when I'm doing cutter comp, I'm trying to fine tune the size of a feature, such as this one. So this is the 2D contour where I'm doing a finishing pass around the part. I do have cutter comp turned on here, but I'm using the same tool to face, rough, and then do the finishing pass. A lot of times when I'm doing cutter comp, I'll cut once, measure, come back and cut again, and maybe it'll take 2 or 3 times before I get it dialed in where I want it. The problem with that is it's hard to start where we don't have a tool change, and I don't want to run the whole program all the way through from the facing, through the roughing, to the finishing, just to dial in my cutter comp again. So again, manual NC, I'm going to do force tool change, and I'm going to drop that right in front of here. So what that's going to do is do a tool change call, even though we're using the same tool. Let's just look at this. So we're still using, even though we're still using the same tool, we're going to call this tool again. This sent Z home at the end of this tool path. So it is a little bit slower to do this. But basically this allows you to have a place to come start your program safely at a tool change, which is generally where you're going to want to start in the middle of a program. So once you get that dialed in, maybe you want to come back and suppress this, but you can still leave it there. By suppressing it, it's not going to add that force tool change, so we can post this again. Check this out. So I'm back at the start of that 2D contour, and it's not doing the tool change again. So again, I would leave this here just in case you need it. Once you get your part dialed in, maybe you want to just repost it without that tool change in there, just to save you that one Z retract. Another thing you can do, let's keep this, let's unsuppress this. And I'm going to edit note on this toolpath and say cutter comp. So this isn't a manual NC, but it's similar, because if I come into here, formats and show notes, if this is enabled and I post this, when I get to this toolpath, it's going to actually put in the comment there. So I could have done that as a manual NC in a comment, or just show notes, which I like to do if I'm doing cutter comp. Another thing I can do with a manual NC is do a stop. So this is going to put in M0. So I'll put this in here maybe right before that force tool change, just so I don't accidentally forget to adjust my cutter comp values. So that puts it up here, which is maybe not the exact expected place, but that's a fine place for that. So it'll stop the program there, and then I'll be reminded, okay, this is using cutter comp. I should check and be ready for that. There is this thing called a call program. The way I would expect this to work is if I put in a program number, maybe 1234, that it would put in an M98P1234. Possible I'm using it wrong, but on this post, it just doesn't put anything. So again, if you have, if your post isn't set up for it, even if you put in something here, it's not going to show up. So in this case, if I did want to call a subprogram, I would do that as a pass-through. So I could say, and this example, I'm imagining I would have a chip fan, maybe a generic chip fan to clean off the whole table. And let's see, I could say M98P1234. So by having that pass through at the end, it's going to call up that chip fan program, assuming that chip fan program exists in the controller. It would call that up, run it, and then finish off my program. One other thing, let's say maybe after my drilling cycle, I just want to know that my drill didn't break. And this is a 1/4-inch drill. I'm not super worried about it, but maybe for a small drill or a small tap, I would want to check that it didn't break. So I could do tool break control. I would put that right after the drilling there. Post this again. And that's what this line is doing. It's checking, doing a break control on my tool. So it's going to actually measure the tool, compare the length it measures to the length that's in the tool table. And if it's off by a certain amount, then it'll give you an error. All right, so for one I would use a lot, like this mist condenser, I can right click on this and store as template. And I'll call this mist condenser. Save it in my cloud folder. And now anytime I want, I can just right click on the setup, create from template, mist condenser, and it's just going to put in that right there. So it's almost like having a tool path I can just drop in, and that's really nice to have. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that. Tell all your friends about it, and see you next time.